Welcome, friends, lovers, and everyone in between to a brand new video here on the channel. Are you from the era of original tower defenses? Are you sick and tired of TDs being more of a city builder? And are you exhausted of them being more of a resource manager than anything? Then today is going to be a real special treat. We go back to the classics of choosing your towers, strategically choosing points on where to build them, all within the finely crafted pixel art that somehow still manages to display the most adorable emotions. I bring you Riff. So sit back and enjoy a blast of the past on this upcoming game. Let's go. Whoa. Alright, well, I guess that explains the Riff part. What do we have here? This is an amazing new tower defense game that will be releasing over on May 9th, and I have the absolute opportunity, the amazing opportunity, to show you guys exactly what it's all about. Build your extractor and choose your towers. To start off with, we only have these 3 towers to choose from: a slowdown tower, an outpost that fires quite fast but cheap, and a mortar. Honestly, I love the sound of it. Now, this is a little bit more of the classic style of a tower defense. And the fact that you're not necessarily building a whole bunch of necessarily walls or defense points, you're more or less building a whole bunch of towers on these different spots around here. Now, I kind of want to do an outpost because if they're going to be coming around this corner, then this would be a great point to start doing some amazing damage on the area. With enough juice, you can build towers before and during waves. There at the very top is our juice limit, so during the waves, we do actually gain a little bit of juice along the way. And they actually do start to spawn away from this centerpiece right at the bottom. So let's go ahead and, I don't know how I feel about the wording, but let's go ahead and pump the juice. And started out, we got these little enemies that move along the way, different types, different attributes that start to try to take out our tower here at the very end. Now, right here at the very center, I kind of want to do a mortar just because that is a good center. And maybe right here in the center, why don't we go ahead and do a slower, but we need a little bit more juice along the way. We only have the 4. They are doing a good amount of significant damage towards the tower, but they do actually repair at the end of the round. So you don't have to worry too much about maybe taking damage during it, as it can kind of defend itself. Now let's go ahead and pump the juice again. I'm not so keen on your wordage there, on your verbiage, but you know what? I'm not the developer. I don't need to, maybe they'll see this video as it comes out, I don't know, but it will be releasing on the 9th, and I am glad that I've actually given the opportunity to play this a little bit early and show you guys what it is all about. I don't want to do another mortar maybe right here on the corner, and then do a slower around this kind of this strategic point, if I can talk properly. Otto just arrived. He'll do pew-pews at monsters. Oh, that's amazing. I have a cute little friend that actually follows me around. I love it. I love it. I love it. Pump the juice and keep the waves going. Expected juice was at 8. Now we're at 7.6. So it kind of does tell us exactly the kind of juice that we're expecting to get out of these guys. Don't take that out of context. We're going to put down another slower right here around this corner as they try to come around there. Ooh, what do I want to do? I think actually I'm going to go ahead and put a outpost right here near the end of our outpost of our base here to try to take them as they kind of move in at that final point and stand still. Are we going to have enough to maybe build ourselves another mortar? It is going to cost 10 to do so. So we may have to go for another round to try to get enough to start to defend this the best as we can. Come on, do it. And there we go. Oh, scenario complete. Never mind. I don't have to. The scenario is now done with. Pick up this prism. Honestly, I'm absolutely loving it, even right off the bat. The things that I like about this in general is the fact that it's not your very... I mean, I suppose nowadays a standard tower defense would have you building walls almost like throne fall or outposts and stuff like that, but this one's a little bit more of the generic style, kind of the old classic style that I'm used to. Almost reminds me a bit of the old Warcraft 3 days of just having enemies go down a lane and try to build your best combination of towers to take them out. Enter the Rift. Spacebar. There we go. Alright, well, there's the second Riff. Now we can properly call it Riff. Buy the turret tower here. We have the option for just a regular turret. Fires and monsters in rapid succession. Nice. So we have another tower now in our arsenal to take out the enemies as they move along. You can now unlock this path. Way to go. Honestly, I love the art style of this all in general. It's looking very cute. It's looking very kind of fun. Very easy to get into. Enter the next Rift. We also have different scenarios with each area to start off with. A faint trace of another dimension. You do not yet possess the ability to access other dimensions through rifts. So to start off with, we will be doing Hollow Hill Fireball. Groups of tiny monsters fear your blasting artillery. Obtainable is 1 gem. Let's move on forward. Yes, I will be doing that. every single time. So to start off with, let's go ahead and get a slower. Let's get our mortar. And do I want the turret or do I want the outpost? I kind of want the turret. Fires at monsters in rapid succession. We're gonna have 92 enemies moving through there. So you know what, I think, now let's place a mortar right here. That's gonna have the best access to hit all this area around here for us. We still have 8 points left. So to start off with, why don't we go ahead and maybe let's do a turret right around this corner, I think. As they kind of come around, that should be a good point to kind of take them out. Now, 92 of these things. How well is my mortar really going to do its job? Now, honestly, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do another mortar immediately right here in the center. Use our advantage point of being right there in the middle to try to take them out. And coming around this side, I think I want to do a slower. Are we going to be able to get enough juice for it? Not quite. We are just underneath it. Sunflowers will grow as monsters come close to it. Use spacebar to pick up and get some extra juice. Well, don't mind if I do. I don't have enough for that, but if I were to pick up these flowers then, yeah, we get some extra juice along the way. We got 4 extra juice to help us. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that to make sure that we maximize on gathering that as quickly and as soon as possible. We are going to pump the juice, but we have 128 coming out of this rift. But on top of that, now we have another rift opening up of 55 of these larger looking enemies. And these little fireball looking dudes. Let's pump the juice and get it going. Right off the bat, I'm going to try, I want to get a slowdown stick. I mean, we got a slowdown right there. And I kind of want to put a slowdown there, but that might be a little bit of a waste if they're already close to being on top of the turret. So why don't we go ahead and put a turret there, or being so close on top of the extractor. Damn you, Digital Dave. Think, it is called the extractor, not just turret. Everyone's going to get confused, the differences of different turrets. They're all going to get confused. What have I done? Okay, it seems to be doing fine. Why don't we go ahead and try to put a turret, so it's different from slower, turret, and mortar. Oh shit, I need to stop talking and pay attention here. We'll put another turret right there. I want to get another mortar on this corner as well. Come on. Oh, you know, I need to collect these before the round is over. Get another +4, otherwise we're going to be just wasting on our capacity. Put a mortar here on top. And I think maybe right around this corner, I want to do a turret here. Yeah, we'll do a turret there, and maybe if I can... I mean, this is kind of close enough for a slower. Just barely close enough to kind of make that work. Seem to be doing a lot of good damage here. Pump the juice for one final round. 163 prisms coming out of these two different kinds of portals. Apparently, today is a stuttering day. I can't help it. Sorry, it is, it's about 8 o'clock in the morning, but I've been up for about getting close to that 24-hour mark. But that's when the best content comes about. That's when the best verbiage, that's when the absolute mindset of just being, I don't know, whatever happens. It is what it is. It is what it is. Maybe not the best way to do content, but you know what? The show must go on. We seem to be doing well and taking all these guys out. Do I have an opportunity? I need to go pick up these flowers. Get this flower, this flower, this flower, this flower. Is this the last round? It is. Scenario complete. We seem to be moving through these pretty nicely, and I love kind of like the soundtrack, the sound effects, the general atmosphere of the whole game in general. It's really nice to kind of see a good pixelated game that really brings home that feeling of just almost a sense of nostalgia. It really just makes you feel like not like you're always doing something wrong, but there is a little bit of a min-max, I suppose, to it all in the end. I'm just trying to build the best kind of combination of towers in the correct locations. Moving on forward into the next... Whoa! Ugh. Hey, I just got an achievement. Defeat 1,000 monsters. Way to go. Way to go. Unlock this. Do we get another tower available to us? Or is this going to teleport us? Urban planning. When you do not have enough juice, attempting to build or upgrade a tower will now schedule it instead of cancel it. Ah, that's actually kind of nice then. So I can kind of futurely get this stuff built out and ready to go. Interesting. So I wonder if I can just like pre-plan an entire round. We get our towers here. Oh, I can unlock several different towers. A sniper, a Nova. Well, the sniper, yeah, heavy damage and massive range, but fires painfully slow rate. A Nova damages all monsters in radius. Great against groups if they're in range. Overlooked by monsters. Okay, that's interesting. Why does it say overlooked by monsters? That makes me believe that maybe there will be monsters that will attack the towers later on. I don't know, but we also have Longshot, does decent damage, but can't target close by monsters. I kind of want to do Nova. That seems interesting. but I don't know what overlooked by monsters is, so I think that's going to be a good bit of aspect to us, maybe a nice little attribute. Damage all monsters in its radius, great against groups if they're in range. So I imagine the range is going to be a little short. And do we have two different options to go here? Requires unlocking Longshot Tower. Oh, interesting. So because we unlocked Nova, does that mean it unlocks a different rift? It does. It seems like if I were to unlock this one, unlocking the Sniper Tower. Okay, interesting. So it actually changes a little bit depending on what towers you choose. Egg is greater than Flood?
Better scramble like an egg before you get folded like an omelet.
Nova, Outpost, and Mortar. Confirm selections. And we'll just kind of have to see how that does. If we want a mortar, it's going to be coming from these three different directions. Why don't we try to get a large range right here in the center? And on top of that, why don't we go ahead and I think a Nova maybe right here next to the tower or next to the Extractor. Damn it, Dave. Call it what it is. The Extractor. Maybe right here in the center next to it. It'll be good enough. Let's see how well this operates. Okay, a little bit of a ground pound scenario. I like that. Ooh, how do I want to do this though? Matt Mercer style, how do you want to do this? Maybe I should try to do a regular outpost on both sides of this. Now we do also have what it said was urban planning. So if I were to build this here, tower scheduled, and then tower schedule that one, can I just actually go ahead and build this all up in different directions in every single area? Just do outpost, and then outpost. Oh no, I see. You can only plan ahead by one of them. I see. Okay, pump that juice. Pump that juice. Another flower. I need to... Oh, these guys are actually doing quite a bit of damage, honestly. I'm going to go ahead and build another Nova Tower right there next to it. And I wonder, will a mortar reach that far? A mortar will reach that far. Let's get that Nova Tower complete and stand near our Extractor to make sure our little guy pew-pews around at all these different monsters kind of moving on through. The Nova did build. Let's build the mortar there then. Try to get that scheduled up and ready to go. Taking quite a bit of considerable amount of damage, so a bit concerned about it. And I may not be capitalizing on trying to collect all these flowers. I don't know if they regrow once per round or several times if I actually stay on top of it. I'm gonna go collect this flower and collect this flower. Maybe we'll see if they regenerate. I'm gonna collect all 4 of these and see maybe if they come back within the same round. This is starting off a little close. I kind of want to do a Nova right on top of them as they spawn out of that portal. There is not a spawn point like that over on the left-hand side. There is stuff up here at the top. If I were to do a mortar, that's only going to reach that portal that's at the very top. So I'm going to go ahead and do an outpost there on top of it. And still just as good enough to go ahead and complete the scenario. But I did not see these flowers actually rebloom. So I think you do only collect them once per. I certainly hope so. If you guys spotted something that I could be doing different or something about these flowers that I have not quite noticed, then by all means, please leave a comment down below and like the video if you guys are enjoying it. But I say let's go ahead and do one more round. We have 32 and 8 prisms moving through. So to start off with, we have a lot of groups of enemies moving through this central point. So I want to start off with maybe a Nova right there. And on top of that, to get them right afterwards, the ones who maybe kind of filtered through, I'll put a Sniper Tower there. And how much did I say that was going to cost? 14? My God. All right. Well, how far is that range then to reach around here? That seems pretty good overall. I'll do our urban planning and make sure that gets built up as soon as possible. I'm going to keep my eye out for any flowers that spawn. I don't know where they are around here, not seeing a good point for them. Okay, they go around these trees. I thought maybe they're just going to go ahead and actually just filter right on through the center of them, use that as their pathing. But how slow is the Sniper Tower? Let's go ahead and try to count down its attack speed. It's still not yet launched. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5, 6, 7, 8. So about once per 8 seconds. Honestly, that's not too terrible. It could be worse. I want to double these up. I'm going to do a turret right on top of there. We have Nova turret, Nova turret. That should be built here any second. I'm not seeing any flowers blooming around here. Again, I could just be completely blind. And hang on. Flower. Where are the other flowers? I saw those 2 flowers. More flowers. Flower power, quite literally. Turret there, and we are ready to go. Pump that juice. Pump it up real good. I want to go ahead and put a Sniper Tower, I think, over on this side. It's going to be after saving up to 14. That is really expensive, but it shouldn't be too terrible starting out with some of these starter enemies. keep an eye out for those flowers. 2 of them spawn down here and 2 of them spawn up at the top. I don't see where else they could be spawning around, but I'm gonna try to keep an eye out for it. And again, like I was saying, if there's anything I'm maybe missing, any kind of strategies or other elements to this game that I'm not quite noticing, then please, by all means, let me know down below. This game will be releasing on the 9th, so if you guys want to take a look at it, the demo is 100% free right now, so you guys can go ahead and check it out whenever you want and get early access to it and see what it has to offer for you guys. This is wave 3 out of 3. This is our final wave. Hopefully we save up enough to get that last sniper tower going, because even though that they are a slow attack rate, with that long range and having multiple of them with that high damage, at least being able to shoot out multiple projectiles out from multiple towers is kind of beneficial to us overall. That urban planning did get it built. Let's go ahead and put a Nova tower right there. We might have enough time to gain access to it. Ooh, just maybe enough. Let me go ahead and keep an eye on what's going on up here. Oh, these are almost like a little bit of mini bosses. I see that. Yeah, they're barely taking any damage from any of these other towers, but the sniper towers are really where it's coming into play. These sniper towers are one-shotting some of these smaller guys, while these lesser towers are definitely taking out these smaller guys, but they can't really do anything against these big tanky bulk units. Collect you. I don't see they're already past this point. Can I replace towers? I can replace towers. You know, I may not need to though. I'm gonna go ahead and actually replace you still in wave. Oh, I can't swap it out mid-wave. Come on, sniper towers, do your job. Yes. But it gave us 2 crystals now, so I wonder if we're gonna actually have to use both of these crystals to unlock multiple towers. Ugh, damn you! Why do you keep throwing me out? Land on your feet, please. I see. Now because we have 2, we can actually unlock stuff like the obelisk, a statue that can take some damage when it is unavoidable. A statue that can take some damage when it is unavoidable. Or the long shot does decent damage but can't target close by monsters. That seems really good, but I'm wondering about that obelisk. But hey, you know what? Why don't you guys go ahead and leave a comment down below on what tower you want to see next? Because if you guys are enjoying this types of content and this type of game, then by all means, I will definitely play more of it. And if you guys want to see more tower defense type games, check out this video here. So thank you to everybody who's been watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you, and bye-bye.